wrestler, Jessie, the farmer's daughter.
Oh my god. No, I think right now, like the number one, if I had to pick anybody from watching, it's kind of going back and forth between like, I don't know all the people yet, but they got this redneck guy who reminds me a lot of. It reminds me if Steve Austin and Jay Briscoe
Jimmy
had a
Wang
baby.
Yang.
Huh?
Is it Jimmy Wang Yang?
No, unfortunately. No.
Aw.
No, they got this lead guy he reminds me of like if Steve Austin and Jay Briscoe had a baby. That's what it reminds me of. So it's just like the absolute toughest bastard you'll ever meet. I mean, he literally he isn't as tough as he is a $2 steak. I mean, he's just a $2 steak in a hat and clothes.
He eats leather belts and shits bolts.
Yeah, that's exactly. This man is tough as fuck, and he's fighting with L.A. Park. He's fighting with Jimmy Havoc, and so there's a lot of stuff going on over at MLW. So I'm probably gonna check it out some more when I get some time.
I'll definitely check it out, man.
They do like hour shows. It's all on YouTube. The pay-per-views, I don't know where they're at. Probably on Fight, but the main the main TV is going to be YouTube. So check them out. MLW. And L.A. Park still does pretty good for being as old as he is. He's got to be in his 50s or his 60s, and he doesn't do terrible. So you'll have to check out the latest episode and go over it next week.
For show. We'll be reviewing that for show.
But yeah, so MLW looks like I said, they could be the dark horse here for this Wednesday Night Wars coming up.
Do you really consider it a war, though? I mean,
what don't you consider a war about this, Sean? Like,
I mean
AEW
came out and said like that they're not trying to freaking start a war. It's all these WWE marks and people making it to be more than what it is right now.
Oh yeah,
saying it's going to be a war.
Let's take this apart.
At this point, I think WWE is the one trying to make it into a war.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about this for just a second. Okay, that last comment you just made about WWE wanting it to be a war. Yeah, they do. They absolutely do. Because the last time they were at war was when their ratings were the highest. Now, they've had good days and good years between now and then, no bullshit aside. Or all bullshit aside. But let's face it, the Attitude Era for WWE, product-wise was but ratings-wise was through the fucking roof. So, the best way to get that fucking same rating size? Your competition has went
by destroying your best show?
By destroying your best. See, you've already thinking like Vince McMahon. You could be a millionaire. You could be a millionaire. Right. Your competition is already on Wednesday nights. You've got a show that already comes on Wednesday nights. Why not move them live? Why not put them on USA? That part's not a bad idea. I think it's a bad idea to an extent. I talked about a little bit about this on an Under the Bottom Rope segment.
I think it's a horrible idea.
But my big thing about this is that it's going to take away from the network. I mean, you built a network of this conglomerate of stuff. And don't get me wrong, NXT UK is still there. But what if there's people who don't like NXT UK? What if they only kept WWE Network around for NXT? So then you're going to lose some fucking clientele. I mean, legit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean...
And like I said, NXT is probably their best show. It can 8 out of 10 times NXT's pay-per-views are better than the Raw or SmackDown pay-per-views the next night.
I mean, we all know that. I mean, legit. It's I think all their pay-per-views have been better. The last couple, I think, I've heard is good stuff.
And if Vinnie Mac's going to be dipping his fingers in the NXT Kool-Aid, NXT's destroying everything that they've took so long to build. It went from a shitty reality show into what it is today. Like I said, WWE's best show. And I just think moving it up to the USA Network to try to compete with AEW is just asinine on WWE's part.
Well, now hold on just a second, because there's one thing I agree with here. Now, I don't agree with the fact of moving them to USA, and I don't agree with the fact of moving them to Live. But if you're gonna do it, the only show they've got that could stand a chance is NXT.
Yeah.
I mean, fact is they've got some of their absolute best fucking talent on NXT. I mean, you've got Adam Cole, Bobby Fish.
Hey.
You've got, is Velveteen still there? Is he still down there?
Yeah, Velveteen Dream.
Velveteen's down there. Aleister Black is still down there. You've got just so much great fucking talent in one place. The only show you've got that can even half-ass fucking compete with AEW is going to be NXT. So yes.
But see, now that they're moving, now that they're going to move them up to the USA and going to make them live, it's going to fall into that stupid fucking wild card rule. Now we're going to get Roman Reigns on NXT. We're going to get freaking guys that don't need to be showing up on NXT showing up on NXT.
If they start to do that, they will ruin the product. I mean, the fact is they will fuck that product up. Because people, even Adam Cole said he wants to face Seth Rollins. Seth is in his prime right now. Seth Rollins is the face of WWE. He's probably their biggest superstar at the moment. And I would be all for seeing Adam Cole versus Seth Rollins. But do I want to see it happen on NXT? No, sir, I do not. I'd rather see that. Rather see that at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I just think match for WrestleMania.
I just think if this wild card rule does, I mean, we see it happen on Raw and SmackDown every week. Now that they're moving it up, is it not going to fall into that category?
I would think it wouldn't, only because that NXT is still, and I know that we know better, and I know that a lot of people who watch wrestling know better, but NXT is still considered to them as the minor leagues.
Yeah.
Is the below roster.
They're developmental.
Yeah, developmental. So developmental, they're not going to have fucking Drew McIntyre showing up on developmental to kick somebody's ass.
I mean, I don't know. They say freaking Zack Ryder went back to NXT for a little bit. Freaking
developmental. It's like sending a baseball player back down to the minors to learn how to do his job correctly.
Exactly what's his face that was in the fashion? Yeah. He's and he did some of his best work in NXT.
Yeah.
So there is some guys on the main roster that could benefit from it. But like I said, I don't want to see freaking the big dog fucking Roman Reigns freaking showing up freaking
show up on developmental. That's what I want to see. I want to see Big Show show up on developmental and then he just clean house and win the title.
Big Show is freaking ripped right now.
Yeah, I know, dude. He's still fucking jacked. He's talking about retiring still, and I was like, dude, you're in the best shape of your fucking life. Get out there for one more good match. Give us one more.
Just one more good one. And not like the crying in the ring to Stephanie McMahon Big Show. Not sumo wrestler Big Show. Not getting knocked out by Floyd Mayweather Big Show. I'm talking about
Big Show. I want to see,
Yeah. I want to see him strapping Rey Mysterio to a gurney and slamming him into the ring post Big Show.
Those are some good times, man. He was shit on fucking SmackDown there for a long time now.
Yeah, he was, man. I want to see the monster Big Show. Strowman versus Show. Like a good match. That's what I want to see.
Fucking finally we get it kind of match, because that shit ain't happening yet. You know what I'm saying? But no, it ain't gonna happen. That'd be you're thinking with a noodle. They don't do that very well. WWE.
I mean, there's some heavy machinery, man. Since they got put up to the main roster, they're one of them joke tag teams.
Well, this I'd like to. Happens, man. They've taken so many great fucking tag teams and ruined them. So many great tag teams.
Dude, I would love to see them send the Ascension back to NXT and have the Ascension actually be a good tag team. Because when they first
fucking the Revival back down to NXT for a while.
It can send the Revival to freaking Impact or to the freaking unemployment line.
Whoa,
you know why?
I was just joking. Do you have an actual issue with the Revival?
Oh, I fucking hate the Revival, bro.
What? Are you serious?
Cody Rhodes had it right. Hashtag FTR. Fuck
Nah,
the
man. You
Revival.
fucking nuts. The Revival are fucking great.
Yeah, if you like being sober and vomiting.
If you're like, what?
If you like to be sober and vomit.
Oh, whatever. Fucking, the Revival's cool as fuck. I can't wait to see them leave and go to AEW.
AEW can do better than the
Yeah, they
Revival.
can, but I mean, the Revival's still a really good fucking tag team. I'd love to see the Best Friends versus the Revival, or the fucking boy with his dinosaur versus the Revival. That'd be fucking great.
That'd be the only time I went for the Revival.
What the fuck is your problem with Luchasaurus, bro? I need to know what the fuck your deal is with Luchasaurus.
I have no problem with Luchasaurus. He's cool. It's his little jungle boy. It's a shitty gimmick, bro.
No, it's not.
It's freaking.
No, it's good for what it's good for. I'm not saying he's like
it's spanky bad, bro.
Nah, fam. You don't know what you're talking about. You know what you're talking about. Hashtag fuck.
Bro.
Hashtag FTHTC. Hashtag FTHTC. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the Happy the Clown.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I believe, what was it?
Fuck the boo bitch.
Yep, FTBB. That's gonna be on the back of the next set of World Wrestling Podcast shirts.
With a pen in the penis hole. You understand? Good. But no, so NXT's moving to Wednesday nights. They're gonna go from an hour to 2 hours. See, that's one of the big things I have a problem with. What is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a big issue with that because I think that NXT is good at an hour, maybe an hour and a half.
Yeah.
To a 2 hour spot. It's not that NXT can't fill that, but you're going down the same road that Raw went down. They went from an hour to 2 hours. Now they're doing 3 hours,
and we're gonna see more shitty storylines on NXT.
Just keep it an hour and a half. You know, like an hour
like right now, NXT's perfect. Like,
go ahead.
They've built a dominant brand on an hour show. Like,
yeah, a dominant, so good that it's beating out their fucking main roster things.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what's the old saying? If it's not broken, don't fix it. You know? Yeah,
and maybe
NXT isn't broke.
Yeah, maybe they have to elongate it for national TV. I can see that. But I wouldn't go any further than an hour and a half. I mean, buy an hour and a half spot. You know, if you really have to fill 2 hours, put like some recap or something in the first 30 minutes of the show. Make a pre-show for NXT. That'd be cool. But the wrestling wise,
I don't see why they couldn't do an hour show. Freaking like Law and Order's an hour. Freaking, there's plenty of shows on TV that are an hour.
I don't know. I feel like it's gonna saturate NXT a little bit too much, and it's gonna hurt them in the long run. Like it's gonna do nothing.
And I mean,
hurt them in the long run.
On the plus side, though, the freaking wrestling gods may have answered the whole world's prayers. Rumor is Vinnie Mac's going to be stepping aside. He wants to focus on XFL and
XFL,
and that he's finally given up the power. And if that's the case, then there's a little glimmer of hope for NXT moving up to the USA Network. Because Triple H has done freaking amazing with it thus far. If Vince isn't dipping his little dirty dick beaters all in it and messing it all up.
We're going to have to wait and see, man. I mean, Vince, whether he's going to step away or not. You know how he is. I mean, he didn't show up to a couple of the last shows, from what I gather from the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Doing a little bit of reading and checking that out. The last couple of Raws, couple of SmackDowns, he wasn't there for. He wasn't in the house, and they were still really fucking good. So I mean,
all right, Buddy Murphy beat Daniel Bryan. Let's kind of throw it out there.
Daniel Bryan? He's just some jobber, right? He's just some dude they picked up off the street.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. We're not having this conversation.